This is Robert Bartolacci of the MindShare Learning Report, Canada's Learning and Technology e-magazine. And welcome to This Week in MindShareTV with a very special guest, Dr. Kari Stubbs, who is the Vice President at Stages Learning with tips on infusing play in your day for 2023. Dr. Stubbs, thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for the invitation. It's always fun to spend time with you, Robert.
It's been we go back a few years or a couple of decades in this
Yeah,
EdTech
exactly.
space. And it's very apropos that we're going to be talking about balance and well-being as, us baby boomers want to stay fitter to live a better quality life. A little bit about Dr. Stubbs. She's the Vice President of Brand Strategy and Industry Alliances for Stages Learning and an advisory board member for Breakout EDU. We've known each other many years in the EdTech space, and Dr. Stubbs, you are one of my inspiring leaders, I have to say. And this post in LinkedIn, maybe we can give context to the post and what the inspiration was for it post holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. I popped up a post on LinkedIn in honor of our new year that we're all facing, with a goal to lean into more adult recess and more adult play. As I noted in my post, there is so much research on child development and the importance of play for our littles, but there's an equal amount of importance on us as adults leaning into play. And something that inspired my post was that my son gifted to me a new set of pickleball paddles and ball and racket and bag and all the things. So I celebrated
cool.
the New Year Day outdoors with some pickleball time. It was lots of fun.
Well, perhaps I'll embarrass you a little bit and share the post here and see you
great.
in action right there. So there you are in action. And talk to me about the experience. I mean, I play tennis. Hockey's my passion, but I'm looking for a summer sport. So this seems to be an ideal one because it's not like a tennis court, and it's more of a team game too. You tend to play in doubles, I understand, or you play singles.
Yes, you tend to play in doubles. I did singles, and
that's because you're so much more fitter than I am.
I was going to say, an hour ended up being quite the workout, according to my Apple Watch. But so much fun. It was 57 degrees here. I'm out of Kansas City. So, and January 1st, it's 57 degrees is rare, a rare treat in and of itself. But I thought, you know what, as I reflected on rounding out my 2022 and how I wanted to kind of approach the new year, pickleball seemed like a wonderful opportunity for me to get off my screen. I recently read a book called Move that is also just all about how our lack of moving in our daily lives is the equivalent of the new smoking. So it felt like a way to move without it feeling like an exercise on my to-do list, which sometimes hitting the gym feels a little bit more like another to-do list on a Post-it note. So this was more fun, lots of laughter, lots of, self-deprecation.
Talk to me about the feedback from some of your colleagues, including myself, that
it was it was a well-received post. I was surprised pretty immediately. There were lots of folks chiming in from a variety of standpoints, some of whom were new to pickleball and curious about it. So hopefully we can share pickleball specific ideas. And just, a general enthusiasm for the concept. I took up golf actually in a crazy twist of fate last spring. So I've shared an occasional lessons learned, let's cheer for the underdog type of post on LinkedIn with taking up golf. So I see pickleball as yet another extension for me to learn a new game and have some fun. And I've long used the term adult recess instead of adult play. I think it's so important that we relax and have fun and have human engagement and enjoy.
And the benefits are obvious, but not necessarily to everyone who hasn't really embraced or been able to embrace the bit more of a balanced lifestyle. going to hit my home gym tonight. I'm playing hockey tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Oh, you
Uh,
and your hockey. It's so
I,
inspiring.
I'm a big kid at heart, I guess. And I think, getting this off the screens, which we're doing now, and I've been on the screen for several hours today because that's how we work. But there is a product review I'm going to be doing on a cool set of new glasses. Get this,
Okay.
that that actually projects your screen into the air,
Oh
and
my
all you need
goodness.
is a keyboard and a mouse. I'm not kidding. It actually exists. So I'm not going to say too much more about it, but I can't
Wow.
wait to test drive these glasses that literally have a camera and project a screen anywhere you want, as large as you want. It's crazy, but
That's amazing.
because us being in EdTech, we need to talk a little bit about EdTech. So that's a great segue to Stages Learning. And you're not so new gig anymore. Have you been there quite a year yet?
It's not quite a year, but it's inching closer. I'm thrilled. It focuses on solutions to support kiddos who have autism and other cognitive delays and challenges. And it's been an honor to throw my skill set and my experiences in ed tech behind this mission, and behind the organization. I'm really excited about it. So we have curriculum. So ARIS, the Academic Readiness Intervention System, really targeted at early autism support. But in parallel, and equally wildly embraced by our school leaders, are also some premium services. So we have the ability to go in and conduct an audit of an entire special education system with some expert
Wonderful.
external eyes. And we're doing some cool things. It's been lots of fun.
Amazing. Good for you. And
Cool.
and let's talk about the importance of play in everyone's day. I mean, what we're talking about is with our colleagues and from a ed leader perspective, but
Yes,
students and teachers and students of across the spectrum, really, it's so important to be inclusive, isn't it, in
it
this day and
is.
age?
And it's often in those moments of play that some of those thorny edged social barriers that sometimes kids and adults have dissolve and melt away, because at the end of the day, everyone's just in that time and place, having fun, learning together, right? Mastering a sport, or I am terrible at both pickleball and golf, but I aspire to do my little baby steps better, right? So play is a wonderful opportunity to be inclusive for
Well, I
everyone.
thank you for that. And I recently read a quote, and I think it may have been Nelson Mandela that we included in one of our reports that said, "I never lose. I only win or I learn." So
Yes,
you're a winner in my books.
thank
So
you. Thank you. I'm a learner.
yes. And speaking of learning, we're looking
Yes,
forward to a big 2023. And we never stop learning. Our first professional learning conference is the Future of Ed conference in New Orleans for a
I
change of
know.
pace as opposed to Orlando. I'm
Yes.
excited to be going, and I believe you'll be there as well.
I will be there as well. I'm so excited. I am actually co-presenting with Lisa Schmucky, who's the CEO and founder of EdWeb. And we are going to be having a really great conversation based on some survey data that she has about how the teacher shortage crisis is particularly impacting special education, the neurodiverse. It's going to be pretty exciting. I'm excited to unpack that super important topic with her.
Amazing, and it is a bit of a crisis right now, isn't it? In teacher retention, and I mean, what's happening? What do you anticipate will be happening in
Yeah,
order to address this challenge in the coming year?
great question. I have read a bunch of articles on it, in my attempt to have empathy for our profession and teachers that are working with our kiddos, as well as administrators that are still in districts. It feels like there are some elements of regionality. It's not an equal play as to the intensity or severity of teacher shortage in various districts. So it's one piece of the equation. I think another piece of the equation is, the pandemic was hard. It was hard for all of us. It is really hard for those folks that are still in school districts and in the classroom, and they were facing some tough challenges with not always the right supports. And what we're learning is that particularly in the realm of special education, it's even harder than ever to identify, find, recruit, retain talent that is well trained and well prepared for working with our highest need populations. So, Stages Learning is super excited and proud to have a resource that was written with that. I don't have a background in working with the neurodiverse lens in mind, so that
Brilliant.
it truly can be implemented by anyone that's working with these kids.
Well, thank you so much for all that you do and for your passion and leadership and inspiration
Thank you.
from your
Same to
post.
you.
And well, you know what? Our signature tagline is keeping the learning curve steep. So that's what we love to do. Dr. Kari Stubbs, we'll let you get back to your day job and look forward to seeing you at FETC.
See you soon, Robert. Thank you.
That was Dr. Kari Stubbs, Vice President, Brand Strategy and Industry Alliances at Stages Learning. My name is Robert Merdlacci, the Mindshare Learning Report. Be sure to check out www.mindshare Learning to get your latest issue. Until next time, stay healthy, stay fit, and keep the learning curve steep.